What up, guys? It's the Moving Junk Guy here. Hope you guys are killing it. Coming out of summer, about to get a little bit slower for moving businesses, but for us hybrid moving and junk removal businesses, we're about to pivot to junk removal or delivery or whatever other services that you offer to get this bag, because that's what we're about. Getting this bag. The Moving Junk Guy here is to help you raise to the next level and get this bag, because that's what we care about. So today's video is going to be about why you should never pay your employees under the table. I know this is a common theme. I did it, trust me. So I'm not speaking from something I heard or something that I read about or something I saw a video about. This is actual lived experience, and I think that's the best because you have all the pain points that go along with that lived experience. So what I'll say is, got a truck coming in. But what I'll say is, you never want to pay your employees under the table for a few reasons. One, it's so much harder to keep track of the books that way. I spoke in an earlier video about the importance of having an accountant, and your accountant is definitely going to tell you, yo, you need to get all these guys on payroll because you're losing money. So I'm going to explain this to you. It's multifaceted why you should never pay your employees under the table. So for one, it's hard to keep track of. At one point, I'm paying my employees Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. No, that doesn't work. Even if they're day laborers or somebody that you're doing every single day, it's your responsibility to do a 1099. It's very important. If they're not your employee, 1099. If they are your employee, payroll. Those are the only two options for payment. Now, if you're paying out a tip, that's a completely different story, but we're going to focus strictly on payroll and paying your employees. Never pay them under the table. Can't keep track of it. The other pain point that I experienced personally was all these different apps that you use to send money, they charge like crazy to send money. So I remember on PayPal, one of my guys, he was like a full-time guy. And so he's working a good amount of hours. So I'm paying him maybe I'd send him like $300 for the day because he worked that many hours, or for the week or whatever. That PayPal transfer fee was like $30. And that doesn't seem like a lot. But you have to think about cumulatively over time, that's $30. That's $40. That's $10. That's $20. That's $5. And it just adds up over time. And then next thing you know, you look at your books at the end of the month, you're like, yo, where'd $600, why is $600 missing from my P&L? And it's because you kept sending money and getting charged a fee to send that money. Now, don't get me wrong. There's the payroll, there's the fee that you get charged by PayPal and Cash App and Venmo. But then you also do get charged a fee for doing payroll. It's called company taxes. And then you have to pay for the payroll company, and if they charge weekly per pay cycle that you run and things like that. There's other fees that are involved. But here's the major difference, which I want you guys to really get this. If I pay my employees under the table, I technically don't have employees. So, technically, when it comes time for tax time and accounting purposes and writing things off, I cannot write that off because it doesn't exist. There's no employees. It's a phantom employee. i.e., the IRS is coming for you, boy. So, and especially if you're doing a lot of jobs, like if you're really, really busy and you're paying all your employees under the table, that's a no-no, son. Because there's going to be your revenue, and then there's going to be your net revenue, and then there's going to be everything in between, your expenses and all that. But all your expenses as a business owner, you have the privilege to be able to write off and take that away from your income, so you have to pay less in taxes. Now, if all my employees are under the table and I cannot write that money off, that money I paid them, because they don't exist, I am responsible for that taxable income. You getting me? You following me? And that's not a good thing. I experienced that personally. And once my accountant said that to me, she was like, Terrence, if you keep, we're moving junk guy, if you keep paying your employees under the table, for one, the IRS is going to come after you. And for two, you're not going to be able to write off any of those expenses. So the benefit to getting your employees on payroll is, the biggest benefit is, well, let me start by this. There's not a biggest benefit. So there's a few benefits. One, it helps you control your cash flow, whether you pay them weekly or bi-weekly. Think about having to pay an employee every single day versus having to pay them every 2 weeks. You're accumulating all your jobs, all your money that's coming in every day, and it's sitting in your account, your operations account or whatever account that you use. And then you only have to do one debit out of that every 1 week or 2 weeks. I pay my employees weekly. Some people pay them bi-weekly, whatever. But think about that. Your cash flow is so much safer that way, because now your cash flow is only going to be dictated, or it's going to only be taken away every 1 or 2 weeks as opposed to every single day. It definitely helps you plan more. The second benefit is that now I'm protected. The IRS is going to come for me because they can see that I have employees and they can see that I'm paying them. I'm paying them their money, taxes. I'm paying my employees their money, payroll. And then just bottom line, I'm getting the rest of it. My company's getting the rest of it. And then thirdly, biggest thing, especially for the business owners, you're gonna love this. You can write off all that money as expenses, which you could not do before when you were paying them under the table. So I implore you, I beg of you, please stop paying your employees under the table. It is a no-no. It's not good. You don't get any benefit from that. All the benefit comes from being legit and being legal and paying your employees properly with payroll. So I hope this video was helpful, guys. The Moving Junk Guy again. Make sure you get all your employees on the books. Make sure you do that. Please, please, please stop paying your employees under the table. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share, link, whatever. Send a comment if you want to hear more content like this. Have a good day, man. Keep getting to it. Moving Junk Guy out.